Welcome to the channel, everybody. My name is Ryan, and this is Unreal World, and we are back today for another fun-filled episode of our Runaway Slave playthrough. And if this is your first time joining us, we have officially run away from everything, including civilization. So this is where we started our journey over here. This is, hey, it looks like, did the white civilization take over the red culture? This right here was, I can't remember now. I think actually this might have been the one that kidnapped us. We had our first shelter here. Oh boy. Yeah, this is the Owl Tribe. Looks like they might be fighting it back against the enemy, so that's good to know. But as you can see here, I wanted to settle down in this area because I had some really incredible hunting grounds, but that purple civilization, they're the enemy, by the way. They started to move north, so we moved even farther north. We went as far north as we can go. And as you can see, we are now officially at the coast, and we've got ourselves a wonderful little camp now, fully outfitted with a smokehouse, I'll add. Oh, look at this. And we just found ourselves a little glutton. I'll take a shot at this, but I'm pretty tired, and it's nighttime, so yeah, we'll probably just let that one get away. No big deal. He's a little too close to the forest there, too. But here we are. This is our little home here. Let me get my arrow knocked. Beautiful. We can zoom in a little bit. So I do have a whole elk worth of meat here being smoked. It's got 8 to 9 days left. I'm very tired, so I'm going to go to sleep real quick. But then, because it is a smokehouse, we've got to keep this fire lit. So I'm going to grab about 100 branches there. Go right back inside, make sure we close that door so it stays nice and smoky. Now I will push the branches into the fireplace and light her up. There we go. Okay, so it's lit. We can keep that closed for the rest of the day. If you don't maintain a steady supply of smoke, then some of the meat will go rotten or spoil. So we don't want that to happen. I'm still getting, well, let's check. I was going to say I might be getting low on food, but honestly don't really know. We've got, less than 20 pounds of food left, that's for sure. Probably about that. So we're okay. We can probably get through the rest of the summer. Might be a little tight, but it would be good to get some more kills under our belt just because it's so much fun. But let's head over here real quick. I'm going to fill up this water, and maybe we will go back out and do a little bit of hunting. Fill with water. Okay, perfect. There we go. All right, let's zoom out. I'm going to also zoom out. I can see that glutton. Do you see him? He's just right here. Let's take another peek at him. Where'd you go, Mr. Glutton? There he is. He's right in front of us. He can't see me, though. Oh, they're fast. Look how fast he is. He moves like 3 tiles in one space. Yeah, he's gone. Something that small, too, it's going to be very difficult to track him. He's not leaving any tracks. Well, maybe that's not quite true. Is that, you see him? There's this track right in front of me. It's super hard to see it, but, oh no, that's actually an Arctic fox track. Yeah, so that glutton appears not to be leaving tracks at all. Maybe this is his track. Old Arctic fox traps. I don't know if you guys can even see those tracks. They're very, very light, but they are very old too. Anyway, let's not waste too much time wandering around, staring at old fox tracks. We've got to check our hunting grounds. So we've got a much smaller space to do our hunting in than we did down south, but obviously the trade-off is better security, better safety up here. And I mean, we've still been doing pretty good in terms of actually. Oh, there we go. Boom. I was going to say, because it is spring, like the wildlife should be out in full force, or summer, actually. I think we're officially in summer. We're at the 7th week before the winter season. So time really flies when you're building those cabins, I'll tell you what. But nonetheless, we got ourselves a beautiful little elk here. Let's take a nice shot at her. There we go. Oh, we actually hit her. It's a pretty solid hit, too. Minor puncture in the right hip. Almost dropped her. But, all right, she's going to be sprinting. Let's go. We're following her. Another wonderful elk hunt. Now we just got to keep her away from the trees. That was the issue with our last hunt. The elk got away from me in the trees. And as you know, some commenters have pointed out, it's not impossible to track him in the trees and stuff. It's just, I don't mess with it. I feel like it's, oh, what did I hit? I'm trying to shoot again. Yeah, I feel like it's really just a waste of time. Certain forests are easier than others, though. But let's take one more shot at her real quick. Oh, that was a terrible shot. All right, I'm going to start sprinting after her. Not worried about the arrows. I mean, if I can pick it up, I will, but honestly, it's not that important. I do have a bunch of broadhead arrowheads made back home, so at some point I need to go ahead and craft those up. Oh boy, let's take a look at her. She's running again. Let's take a look at her stamina. Oh, good, she's fatigued. That's perfect. Let's keep the pressure on her. Time to sprint. Oh, good, she's coming into the water area too. The animals often get confused around the water. It's funny. Sometimes they'll trap themselves in these little archipelagos and peninsulas and whatnot. This one seems like she's just making a straight beeline. All right, what do you look like? If she's very breathless, I'm just going to straight up run after her. Or very fatigued, I mean, yep, she is. All right, so let's put the pressure on her. Oh, yeah. Oh, look, see. So, like I said, she got herself kind of stuck up against this water here. Let's go ahead and grab our axe. I'm going to get ready. This will be our hand axe's second kill right here. Come on. So she's going to try and make a break, but she's probably tired enough now that she won't even be able to get away from me while I'm just walking. She's not quite breathless, but we'll get her there. Just got to get close enough. There we go. Well, melee action. Let's go for the legs. I like the legs for starters. Then we'll go for the head after that. Okay. 3. You can just repeat the last attack by hitting the 3 button and then choosing the direction. So that was a blunt attack to her legs. Same there. Yeah, you can tell I'm okay. Now she's unconscious. We'll zoom in a little bit here for you guys. So she is unconscious. So I'll hit 2, attack in that direction. Now I'm going to go blunt to the head or the skull. Boom. And push 3 to repeat it again and again and again until she dies. Big animal like this, it is much more difficult to crush the skull than something like a bird or a rabbit. But it's gruesome, but that is life, guys. That is life. Before they had McDonald's, this was how people ate. But regardless, go ahead and rest. Remember, we want to have as little endurance deficit as possible in order to improve our crafting. And it might not seem like we're crafting, but when I pull that skin off the animal, it does make a difference. So you can see I ended up getting a fine elk skin. Let's take a quick look at my hide working. We're at 61%. We're now skilled hide workers. We're also expert timber crafters. Nice. Okay, so we've got the skin, and I will rest one more time, and we'll butcher. Resting doesn't matter when you're butchering. I just like to be able to get it all done in one shot, so I'm not having to rest several times. Okay, there we go. So it is, as I mentioned in the last one, it's very important in these warm summer months to get home and to get this meat smoked as quick as possible, because it will spoil much quicker than it does in the winter. Okay, we're here at the cabin, and I have slept through the night. I didn't touch the meat yet, though, so we really got to push this here. Okay, I've got too much stuff on me. I'm just going to drop the bones and the skin, right? Oh, I didn't even drop the skin. I'm going to drop that out front just so I can handle this this meat at the same time that I've got the branches on me. Okay, push that in there. Oh, you know what? I also forgot the cordage. Let me get the fire started, and I'll stick my head outside real quick. Oh my God, come on, get this fire going. There we go. All right, so the cordage is right there. Ah, dang it. I'm still overweight. It's annoying, but sometimes when you got a bunch of meat on you like this, you got to kind of finagle stuff. So I'm going to drop that. Then I'm going to move it. So just like I would move a log, you know, because you can't pick it up. So I just moved it at my feet. Basically, I just pushed it all forward, kind of, or slid along with it, I guess you could say. So now I can pick up all the cordage, and we can commence to smoke. All right, smoke them if you got them, guys. There we go. Now, like I said, we really want to get all this done right away. I could probably get out there and put the skin, you know, under, get it cleaned and start the tanning process, but we'll do that last. It's more important to get this meat for me. If I had to choose one of the meat or the skin to waste, I would choose to waste the skin and keep the meat. So that's what we'll prioritize. There we go. And as you can see, I've got over 50 pounds of cordage, so I am very prepared. I came very prepared with cordage. I've had that problem. Now see, when I go to repeat the process of smoking, it's telling me that I lack a heated room. See? So that just goes to show you, you got to keep that fire lit. You got to keep the fire lit. All right, did I pick it up? Yeah, I did. Okay, close. Now I'm going to drop, yeah, we'll just drop all 200. It's my last branches, but don't worry, we're going to have plenty more branches where that came from. So we can do one last area, or one last batch of meat here. There we go. And we can finally go take care of that skin now. Okay, I'm over here by the shelter, and before I do the skin here, I decided to take a little dip in the pool there, cool us off a little bit. It's not necessary, but I just like to role play a little bit when he's sweating a lot. I feel like diving into the pond here would probably be amazing, you know. So there we go. He is now cool. Let's go ahead and skills, H for hide working, and then we want to clean the skin. Always, no matter what you're going to do, whether preserve it, turn it into leather, or just go for the fur, you always have to clean it first. And we're tired, we're hungry, we're thirsty. I think we just saw something. Oh, what is that? Is that stupid glutton? It is. I thought it was a deer at first because it said it was it snorted, but no, the glutton's over there. Silly glutton. All right, we're going to take care of this thing before we go to bed. There we go. So it's not done, obviously. I got a couple more stages, but at least we can rest our weary head here. All right. Yeah, we're sweating a lot. We'll step into that water. Again, don't do that in the winter. If you're sweating during the winter, just tough it out, you know. Don't go getting into the water unless you're prepared with like a fire and stuff standing by. But okay, so the skin is not done yet, or it's not even ready for the next stage. I think what I'm going to do is, what I should do is go cut down some trees right now and get our log cabin processing or progressing a little bit. But what I'm going to do is come out here and look around some more, see if we can't find something interesting. Oh boy, I like to climb these mountains, just see what we've got going on here. Yeah, it's not the biggest hunting ground, but so far it's been pretty fruitful. I want to go over to the other field, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to double check our skin here because I'm pretty sure it's ready. Yeah, there it is. You start to get the feel for it. See like how long it takes and just how long you can spend out walking around on the world map like this. Because again, remember, when you're walking around on this map, time is passing at a much faster rate than if I zoom in here and walk around, you know. You can imagine like moving in, whoops, yeah, we'll take a little, moving on the world map is equivalent to like one pace is equivalent to like, I don't know, 100 tiles or something on the terrain map. Not sure if that's equivalent, but just a rough guess. But it is important. It can be advantageous. It can also get you killed if you're not paying attention to like your temperature or something in the winter. So always be aware of that. Okay, so we are back. I love it. I love our little smokehouse. I'm going to get that fire started again, but I want to finish this skin as I will forget. And again, you know, the skin will rot away too if you're not... Okay, it's still got some time. Not until midnight. We'll get it in the morning, so... Yeah, those skins can rot. If you don't take care of them, they will go bad. Okay, working through the morning here, getting this skin done. You can see we just had a nice little downpour, but it is still early. Well, not early morning. It's still morning. I do need to rest a little bit, but let's go out. Let's get some more hunting done. Since we've got our skin finished and the meat is good, climb this mountain real quick, take a peek. You know, another thing I need to do is come up here. I think this was the location right here. Wasn't it this spot that we could... Yeah, this was it. So there's a place here at this location where the water doesn't freeze during the winter. And I'd really like to build some traps at this location in case we can get some seals or something cool like that. I think that would be really neat, at least to set some traps here. I don't know how effective they'll be because I actually haven't seen any animals here. So the best place to set your traps is where you've seen animals recently, obviously. But failing that, it's not inadvisable to just randomly place them at times. You know, like I say, in an area where you have like an educated guess basically about this. So I actually see some materials right here we could use for some traps. So with the seals, I'm definitely going to be looking to make like my biggest possible trap. So we're talking like a heavy deadfall bear trap. I'll get this log over here. We'll put it like right here, I guess. Yeah, so we need 2 more logs. There's another one. Beautiful. Saves us a lot of labor not having to cut them ourselves. We just find them laying around out here. Perfect. Now I will have to go home real quick, get some cordage because I didn't bring any with me. Plus we're getting real tired. So let's go ahead and grab one more tree trunk. We'll just actually cut this one. And we're going to come back here and set some traps, I think, in the morning. Okay, it is late morning and we just woke up. We slept in a little bit, but that's okay. We're back to a good schedule now, so that's really the most important thing. You know, I was just picking up some cordage here, but this bowstring reminds me. Someone in comments pointed out that there's been some changes since the recent patch to this mod. Some things are not effective or you can't make them anymore. And I think the bowstring is one of those, because shockingly enough, I made 2 when I first started this playthrough, not realizing that we'd be cut off at some point. And I have seriously looked all through these menus, like almost every one of these I've looked at, even at things that have nothing to do with like archery, like textile craft. I can't find that anywhere. Good news is I still have that one, but it is rough, which doesn't spell like good news for the final product, but ultimately I might have to use it just to get a better bow. Although to be quite honest, this little primitive spruce quick bow we've been using, pretty amazing so far, not gonna lie. It's actually done quite well. Okay, well we have arrived back here at the beach, I guess you'll call it. It's not really a beach, it's more like the cliffs of a mountain, which is kind of cool. That makes it much easier for me to set some more of these traps here with all these stones around. But anyway, let's go ahead and get the big bear trap set. Well, I think what I'm going to do is set several different kinds of traps here just to give us the best pop. What did I do? I think I chose the wrong one. Yeah, we need to have the best possible chances, obviously. So we'll set a bear trap right here on the coast. Go ahead and throw a little bland dried elk cuts in there. I don't know if seals will eat meat like that, but yeah, they will, right? Yeah, seals eat fish. They'd eat dried elk, I'm sure. Okay, so the next one I think I want to do is let's just do a straight up pit trap. These things are amazing. I'm not even going to lie to you. Okay, so we dug a hole. That's the first step. I can't believe how quick that was, too. It is so nice having proper tools, like actual metal shovel and stuff. That's amazing. All right, so digging the hole is not enough to turn it into a trap yet, though. So what we need to do is go to our trap menu, select the trap pit, or if we want, we could do sharp stakes, too. I'm not going to do that. I prefer the pit because it keeps the animal alive. Whereas the sharp stakes will kill them, which is not that bad. It's just, I might not get up here that often. It might be like once every 3 weeks we check this. So if they're alive, it just stretches the time you can get to them and still have like fresh meat here. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, let's go ahead and see what we need. I need one more slender trunk. No, 2 more and some branches and spruce twigs. Okay. So that should be fairly easy to get, except maybe those spruce twigs. Now, here's a spruce tree right here. All right, we got some. So I'm going to grab a couple of handfuls of those because I'll probably end up making more than one pit trap just because they are so darn easy to make for real. It's amazing. You can just really spam these traps, and they're extremely effective at all different sizes of animals. All right, so we've got 48 branches now. Let's get some more slender trunks. I can tell that's going to be the hard part. Eventually, we're going to run out of small trees over here. All right. Oh, yeah, we're overweight. I'm going to need to drop one of these. Yep, that did it. Okay, so come on down. We can walk in the water. I'm fine with that. It's not walk in the trap, though. All right, so we're now right in front of the hole. Not in it, we're next to it, and we're going to go to trap pit, push the direction we want to build it. It has to have a hole there, it won't work. And there you go. Nice. And of course, you can bait these too, if you want, for sure. So I think, like I said, let's do another one of those. Do it over here, though. Gotta watch these cliffs. Oh, this is kind of a cool spot right here. Kind of juts out a little bit. Let's do one here. And I'm also going to do one right over here. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. That's cool. Ooh, we need a rest. Digging a hole, man, it is tiresome work. It goes really quickly, but what? Oh, it's not a repeatable thing. Digging a hole is not repeatable. You just have to select the action again. I'm actually going to sleep here because I'm not even worried about the weather or anything. Sleeping on the beach is beautiful. In the shadow of the big mountain back there, it's wonderful. So let's see. Can we actually build another one? No. I need the slender trunks. Let me grab that stuff real quick. Okay, well, I've got the other two trap pits dug down there and made those. I think we're going to do one more. Like I said, I want to do a little variety of traps just to see if any of these will work. And we're going to go for the big deadfall. So that's 10 stones. Well, I'll just show you right here. 10 stones, 8 slender trunks, and ooh, you know what? Oh, crap. I didn't bring enough tying equipment. I need one more. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. So if you ever wonder why you can't exit this close to the shore, I really don't know. I don't know why you can't leave next to the shore, but you do have to go inland just a little bit because see, it'll tell you move further away from the water region and try again. I don't know why that is. If somebody out there knows the justification for that, I'd love to. I'd love to be clued in on that fact, but it's not a big deal. Just one of those little quirks of the game. So here we are. I did spend a lot of time up there, didn't I? Oh, crap. We better get this fire going again. Yeah, I kind of spent a little too much time there, but, you know, as I mentioned in the previous one, it's not necessarily every day. We might end up with a little bit of spoilage here because I didn't get this perfectly, you know, but I think you can skip sometimes a day or two here or there. Like I said, we might end up with a little spoilage, but we'll see. Might get lucky too. Okay, start the fire. Come on. Come on. Sometimes it really sucks at it. Okay, so we've got 3 more days for the first batch to be finished. So that'll be interesting. Awesome. And let's see. So what am I carrying around here? I got a bunch of junk. I'm actually going to drop the rock. No, not the rocks. I'm going to drop the twigs here and these trunks. We'll use those for fire. Now, I will grab one more piece of cordage while I'm here so we can go back there and get that trap made. And let me drop these little bitty rocks off right over here. Don't like to carry random stuff with me unless I have an actual use for it. So, yeah, we'll get rid of that. Okay, we're zooming back out. I'm going to drink and eat, have a little lunch. Oops, hitting the wrong button there. There we go. So I wanted to zoom out. It's so much easier to navigate when I'm zoomed out. And we're going to hit this little mountain one last time. And like I said, we probably won't come back here super often. I don't even know if there's seals here, so it's kind of just for fun, just testing things out. Who knows? I mean, we could get something other than a seal, too. That's not totally impossible. Okay, let's go. Wait. Heavy, big deadfall. That's what we want. Oh, my God. Those 4 trunks I was carrying were... Whoopsie, those were for this trap. That's okay. Let's go up here. I have to like walk halfway across the region just to get a small tree though. Cut most of them down. Oh, here's one. All right, please have 4, not 3, 4. Oh, dang it, it's only got 3. I gotta search for one more slender trunk. The quest for a slender trunk. Where are the little trees? There we go. Oh, now that's interesting. You see that island right there? That is the prime spot for seals, 100%. I think this section of the coast is frozen over during the winter though, so I don't think I'll build any traps on this side, but I guess it wouldn't be totally crazy to, oh, I don't need that many. Yeah, I wouldn't be totally nuts to build them up here just because there is a section of this beach which doesn't freeze over, but I've seen seals out on out on islands like that. And if you're careful, if you look real closely, so we can step in here. Now, I've advised in the past never to swim, but there are very limited times, I think, where you can do it. This would possibly be one, because if you'll notice, I'm not going to, but you'll notice that the water is a little bit shallower near those rocks, so it might be a little easier. You do have to cross that deeper part, though, so it would be tricky. And of course, my guy has 0 skill in swimming, literally no percent at all, and we would probably drown if I tried it. So, you know, I don't swim. I do climbing even less, unless you count like climbing over trap fences, which I think does count, but it's just not safe at all. I have to zoom out, otherwise I have no idea where I'm going. Okay, here we are. Finally, maybe we can get this trap built once and for all. I feel like we're going to have something caught before I get all these traps finished. Oh, for the love of God. I don't have any branches. Okay, I swear I've got everything I need now. There we go. 2 pieces of tying. That's very good. Okay, and I can bait that baby up. Let's do a little sacrifice here too. I don't think this will help, but it's not, can't hurt. So there we go. We've got ourselves what, 4 traps now? Pretty decent, pretty decent. And you saw how quick I can do those trap pits. So I could literally just line this coast with holes. Wouldn't even be that long. Take a couple days work probably. Maybe we'll do that. Set up a nice little trap area there for the winter time. Of course, like I said, once the water freezes, that I think I'm going to bet that that area is going to become a lot more lively, so to speak, with animals and hopefully more than just birds. We'll see, though. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for today's episode. I hope you've enjoyed this one. If you have, it would be great if you'd hit that like button for me. Also, consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so, guys. We do daily uploads of Unreal World and a few other games here and there. So I appreciate everybody coming by, and I will see you on the next episode.